Hey, you, right there, listening. Take a breath. Really feel it for a moment. Not the shallow inhale you take between tasks, but the kind of breath that reaches your chest, your ribs, your core, the one that reminds you you're still here. Pause. Because that act, breathing, is the first sign of strength you forgot you had. You've been living in a world that tells you strength is loud, that strength is performance, that strength is success, achievement, approvals, trophies, applause. But that's not strength, that's visibility. Real strength is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't need an audience. It doesn't go viral. It doesn't demand validation. Real strength is the thing that keeps you alive long after your hope felt like it died. And let me tell you something right now. With deep honesty, you are stronger than you remember. Not because life has treated you kindly. Not because your path has been easy. Not because you look confident on the outside. You are stronger because you are still standing. You are stronger because every time you felt like you were done, you kept going. You are stronger because the world never stopped testing you, yet you never stopped breathing. Weakness is easy to define. It's visible. It shows up as tears, longing, confusion, doubt. We all see that in others, in ourselves. But strength is the invisible work your soul has been doing in silence. Strength is the just one more day that you cannot even explain. It's the choice again and again to rise when you wanted to collapse. Ask yourself this for a moment. How many times in your life have you wanted to give up but didn't? How many nights did you lie awake alone with fear and still woke up the next morning with purpose? You don't remember these moments because they weren't spectacular. They weren't tattoos on your identity. They were quiet. The kind of moments that slip through memory because they were private victories. But those private victories are the real measure of strength. One of the greatest philosophers of the 20th century, Carl Jung, once said that people aren't broken by their hardships. They are defined by how they integrate them. Not how they ignore them, not how they glorify them, but how they transform through them. And that transformation, that internal reconstruction of your heart, your will, your spirit, that is where strength resides. Not in loud victories, not in public validation, not in applause. Strength lives in the soft places where no one else ever looks. In the moments you got up because you had to. In the moments you kept loving when you were tired of loving. In the moments you kept believing when everything felt senseless. And here's a truth that might feel strange at first. If you're still here, you are already stronger than you know. Because every break you survived, every fear you faced, every shadow you stepped into without turning back. These are not accidents. These are proofs of resilience. And what's even more remarkable is this. You don't grow before the challenge, you grow through it. You don't become stronger in comfort. You become stronger in resistance, in pressure, in moments when the world seems to oppose you, and you still breathe. So let me ask you, when was the last time you acknowledged your own strength? Not the strength you wish you had, not the strength you pretend to have, but the strength you used without realizing it. Because the very fact that you're here, breathing, existing, questioning, aspiring, means you've already weathered storms no one else can see. And that right there is strength. So, for a moment, right now, let this settle into you. You are stronger than you remember. Not because you read it somewhere, but because your life, your lived experience, has already proven it. Now, take another breath. Not shallow, but deep, conscious, aware. And let this truth echo inside you. You are not defined by your struggles. You are defined through them. And that is what makes strength real. That is what makes your existence meaningful. That is what makes you still here. Let me tell you something most people won't. There's a strength in you that even you have never fully met. Because it didn't show up in the loud moments. It grew in the quiet ones. It wasn't when you achieved something, or when they finally recognized your worth. It was when no one noticed, when the world moved on, when the texts stopped coming, the doors didn't open, and your prayers felt like echoes, and even then, you didn't quit. There's something sacred about the version of you that kept going in the silence. Do you remember when you sat alone with your thoughts, questioning everything, and still made the decision to show up anyway? When no one said thank you, no one saw your effort, and still you gave your best. That's not weakness, that's strength. And it's not the kind you read in books or hear in sermons. It's the kind you live through. The kind you only understand when you've been through enough to know that survival is not a given, it's a decision. And it's not a decision you make once. It's one you make over and over and over. When life doesn't applaud, when no one is watching, when your name isn't trending and your story isn't being told, you still breathe, you still try. You still believe that something can grow out of this darkness. And that belief, that is strength. Because here's a secret. The strongest people don't look like warriors. They look like you. They're tired, but they move anyway. They're confused, but they keep asking the right questions. They've been disappointed, but they love again, even if they're scared. They don't tell everyone what they're going through. They just carry it, gracefully, quietly, invisibly. So maybe that's you. Maybe no one claps for you. Maybe no one sees how much you hold together. Maybe no one knows how many battles you fight in your own mind. But I promise you that does not make you weak. It makes you undeniably powerful. And sometimes, the reason life takes its time with you is because it's building something unshakable inside you. Not to perform, not to impress, but to withstand anything. So don't rush your process. Don't curse the silence. Don't mistake delay for denial. Sometimes the silence is not rejection, it's refinement. It's where you discover yourself, not in what you can achieve, but in what you can endure. And if you're enduring, still showing up, still trying, you are already doing more than most. The world might not see it, but the soul always knows. And deep down, so do you. Let that truth sink in. Let it remind you, you are stronger than you remember. You've been through things people wouldn't believe if you told them. They see you smile, they see you work, they see you hold it together. But they have no idea what it cost you to get here. They don't know the nights you laid awake, wondering if it was all falling apart. They don't know the weight you carried when you showed up to work, like everything was fine. They don't know how many times you whispered, "Please, just give me one reason to keep going." But you did go on. And I want to pause for a second right here and honor that. You didn't need a spotlight or an audience. You were never looking for applause. You just wanted peace. You just wanted a reason, and still, you kept walking. That's not ordinary, that's not common. That's courage. The kind people only understand when they've walked through fire. You carried the responsibilities of others, too, didn't you? You worried about them more than you worried about yourself. You became the strong one, the stable one, the one who doesn't fall apart. But sometimes, even the strong need someone to say, "I see you, I really do, and I know it's heavy." And it is. It's heavy to be the one who keeps the family together. It's heavy to be the one who always has the answers. It's heavy to hold hope for people who've stopped believing in themselves. But you do it, and not because it's easy. Not because you don't feel like breaking, but because something inside you says, "Don't stop now, not here, not yet." Maybe you felt invisible, like your story didn't matter, like your pain was too quiet to be heard. But the soul keeps record, and what the soul sees, time can't erase. That quiet strength you've built in private, it's what holds the world together. The mother who cries in secret but still makes breakfast every morning. The man who lost his job but still shows up as a father. The elder who's watched life move too fast but still speaks wisdom to the young. These are not forgotten people. These are the foundation. And maybe you are one of them. Maybe you've forgotten your own strength because you've carried it so long it feels like nothing. But strength isn't loud. It doesn't shout or show off. Sometimes strength is just the decision to not give up again, to breathe through the panic, to rise after resting, to keep loving even after heartbreak. And if that's you, you are more powerful than you realize. And the world is better because you're still here. Let that truth settle. You're not just strong, you're sacred. You're proof that resilience doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, "I'm still here," and that is more than enough. There's something about a storm that changes the shape of a person. Not just the wind or the cold or the chaos it brings, but what it reveals. Storms don't lie. They show you what was built to last and what wasn't. You've had storms, emotional ones, financial ones, lonely seasons that left you questioning your worth. People who walked away without explanation. Plans that fell apart after you gave everything to them. And maybe back then, it felt like the end of you. But it wasn't, because you're still here. What you didn't realize is that storm wasn't sent to break you. It was there to strip away everything that wasn't you. The expectations that weren't yours. The masks you wore to please others. The noise that kept you from hearing your own voice. It was painful, yes, but necessary. There's a version of you that only pain could unlock. Not because suffering is holy, but because healing is. And healing, my friend, is loud in silence. It's the quiet decision to forgive someone who never said sorry. It's the uncelebrated courage of starting over. Again, it's waking up the next day, even when your heart begs you not to. You didn't come out of that storm weaker. You came out with clarity. Clarity about who you are. Clarity about what you deserve. Clarity about what you will never tolerate again. And don't let anyone make you feel guilty for growing stronger. They didn't see what it took to rebuild. They didn't see what it cost to stay soft in a world that tried to harden you. You were tested and you passed. Not because everything worked out the way you planned, but because when everything collapsed, you didn't. This isn't just about survival. This is about rebirth. So maybe now, instead of asking, "Why did that happen to me?" you can ask, "What did it awaken in me?" Because that's the truth. You didn't just live through the storm. You found yourself inside it. And what you found was someone unshakable. Let's say it clearly, because someone out there needs to hear this out loud. You've already survived things you thought would destroy you. That grief, you carried it. That loss, you learned from it. That betrayal, it didn't break your ability to trust, it refined it. That version of you that once begged for the bare minimum, they'd be so proud to see you now. You think you're weak because you're tired. No, you're tired because you've been strong for so long. Strong in silence. Strong when nobody clapped for you. Strong when it was easier to give up, and you didn't. Strength isn't just muscles and motivation. It's sitting with your own chaos and saying, "I'm still choosing life." It's forgiving yourself for the time you wasted, the chances you missed, the people you loved who couldn't love you back. It's being patient with your healing, and still moving forward, even when progress is invisible. Let's be honest, there are moments that feel unbearable. Moments where you question if any of this even matters. If you matter, but here's the truth. You were never forgotten. Not by the universe, not by God, and not by the part of you that still dares to dream, even if your voice shakes. This voice, right now, it found you at the right time. Not to push you, not to pressure you, but to remind you, you were built for this. Not because you always feel ready, but because you keep showing up. You are stronger than you remember, more capable than you admit, and more worthy than you've ever been told. So take the next breath, take the next step, and if you need to rest, rest. But don't forget who you are. You've come too far to walk back into who you used to be. This is your turning point, and now, it's your move.